is time for a Yod Fah or Chinese broccoli review. I'm very happy with this plant in my garden. There's some bug damage, but it doesn't, whatever is enjoying eating it is not taking it over. Okay, and then here's what it looks like when it's ready to pick. We can't expect a broccoli head as other broccolis we grow. This is about as big as it gets. It's just a very minuscule floret right there. So what you're eating when you harvest this is that little floret, all these leaves, including the stem. It's a very tender stem and not one you have to peel so don't throw that part away. That you want to eat that. So I'm going to take this head and I'm going to throw this whole thing in my saute. Tiny floret, leaves, stem. It tastes really good. It's subtle as far as broccoli flavor goes. It's hints of broccoli, hints of people say hints of asparagus. I don't think it has that. It doesn't have that strong asparagus flavor. I think they maybe are just relating the fact that you're eating the stem to asparagus, but it isn't really, in my taste, it doesn't have a flavor of asparagus. I'm going to take you over to some more of these plants I have over here, because once you harvest that initial head, the plant is not done, which is great, because it kind of makes you think, oh, did I grow all these plants just to get, that much food? And so that's not the case. Just want to show you here. Once you've harvested that initial little floret, more grows. So here's the stalk, and then you go to the leaf coming out. This is where a new one will grow, in between that little V from the stalk to the leaf. And so this will be the next one that you take. You can just rip it off like I did. You can grab your little pruning shears, whatever. I'm gonna get a couple more. Here's one. Okay, so I'm gonna take it all the way down to here. There's the first one I took off, and so see where the new one came out. Okay, so all this is getting sauteed up as part of my breakfast this morning. Let me show just a couple more plants, because I think this is just such a fun plant, the way it regrows. So here's the one that I took initially, and then right in here is where a new one came out, and right in here between this leaf and the stalk is also a new one. You can take them before they have that little broccoli head, a little tiny floret. And you can wait for the floret. These stalks and leaves are just so yummy. So you don't really need to wait for the floret to come. But yeah, healthy looking leaves. Some of the plants are eaten by bugs, but not a lot of bug damage. Here's one that's flowered. I never did take that initial growth from this one, so I'll take it right now. I'm still going to eat that. Here's another one. So here's another one. Here's the stalk. There's the initial one I cut off. And here are the new ones growing up. There's one back here too. So just it's continuing to perpetuate. Snapped a leaf off. If that happens, no big deal. I'm going to take it off the plant. I am going to throw it to my chickens and see if they might like to have that. Where I am standing right now is, I would call it partial shade. I've got a fig tree behind me that's casting morning shade on this bed. And then the first Yod Fah I showed you over there is in a bed with those purple kohlrabis. But back over there, that's getting a lot of sun. And so the plant seems to tolerate growing in full sun or partial shade, either one. So I'm giving this one a great big thumbs up for growing in the high desert, both for being able to tolerate heat and it's not too damaged by pests, and for flavor. I love it. I think it's so yummy. I will probably grow this year after year. I also have to say before closing out the video that it smells really good. You're gonna love it if you grow this. It smells like broccoli. It's and it is in the brassica family. So just like broccoli is, that's the brassica family. So I hope you'll consider this one for your desert garden. It was working really well.